This is so fun. All right, wait a second. Oh, there's another page. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello, people on the other page. You don't know who you are, but I know who you are. Hello. Everyone looks comfy, so that's good. Oh, we got stuffed friends going, so that's a good idea. Good. Oh, I'm seeing lots of familiar living rooms and kitchens, either from teaching this year or teaching last year. Like I know that kitchen Willow's sitting in. I've seen it before.
We're up to 38. There's one that's been trying to join for a while. I'm just going to text her mom and suggest that maybe she get back off and get on again.
Perfect. Oh, a lot of kindergarten friends. That's lovely. I remember seeing my friends from across the hallway. Oh, I see some Christmas trees still up, which doesn't make me feel so bad about my merry and bright pillows and my Christmas blanket behind me. So thanks to my fellow holiday procrastinators, trying to keep the merry and bright going.
All right, I think we've got everybody. We're at 38. I don't see anybody coming in like the last 20 or so seconds. So thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Mr. Font, for volunteering tonight. We're very excited for these choices that he's picked. So let's all enjoy the story.
All right, fantastic. So this is something we can put under our who would have thought this would ever happen category. We have lots of things in that category this year, but I hope you're in your pajamas. I have my comfy Mickey pajamas on. I'm a big Disney fan, so I wear my Mickey pajamas. And in case I get cold, I have my Mickey blanket behind me. It's Christmas because, you know, keeping the joy alive. So I had a really tough decision on what stories to read today, or story. We'll talk about stories a little bit later. So I decided on one that I just think it just makes me smile, and it's very, very humorous, in my opinion. So hopefully you will find it humorous as well. If you find it humorous, you can laugh because, you know, laughing is good. You might want to give me a round of applause as I'm reading. That's fine. Sometimes jokes that I think are funny, others don't. So maybe we'll have this guy. So I got my soundboard set up here. So let's get started. This just in to Goodnight Griffins, Mr. Font will be reading Mother Bruce. Mother Bruce. All right, let's see if I can manage my soundboard and my book at the same time. I should have phoned a friend. All right. Bruce was a bear who lived all by himself. He was a grump. He did not like sunny days. He did not like rain. He did not like cute little animals. How could you not look at that little bunny? Adorable. Bruce only liked one thing: eggs. He collected them from all over the forest. But Bruce didn't eat eggs raw like other bears. Instead, he cooked them into fancy recipes that he found on the internet. Because, of course, all bears have access to the internet. I wonder if his Wi-Fi is as good as ours is. That was a good one. One day, Bruce came across a recipe for hard-boiled goose eggs drizzled with honey salmon sauce. So he went out to get the ingredients.
Nailed it!
Oh, thank you. First, he caught a few salmon. Then he collected honey from a local beehive. He liked to support local businesses, you see. Last, he went to Mrs. Goose Nest to pay her a visit. "Are these eggs free-range organic?" he asked. At home, Bruce prepared the eggs for hard boiling. But the fire in his stove fizzled. So he went out to get some more wood. Fizzled fires. When Bruce came back, he was met with an unwelcome surprise. I wonder what that can be. Mama! Oh my goodness, the eggs hatched. Bruce became the victim of mistaken identity. Bruce wanted hard-boiled eggs, not goslings. Goslings are what we call baby geese. He supposed he could settle for buttered goslings on toast. But for some reason, he lost his appetite. Thank goodness. He was going to eat them. Look, he put them on bread and everything. That'd have been a horrifying story to pick for Goodnight Griffins. Bruce scooped up the little geese and stomped back to their nest. I will have to ask Mrs. Goose about her return policy. Only to find Mrs. Goose had flown south early. Be back in April, Mrs. Goose. Bruce left the goslings there anyway and went back home. Because remember, he's a grump. Mama! Mama! But he was followed. Bruce was very stern and said things like, "Go away," and "I am not your mother," and also, "I liked you better when you were eggs." Oh, he is not very kind to these goslings, is he? Not good. But Bruce could take it no longer and became extra grumpy with them. Roar! And there they are. It didn't work. Goslings always follow their mother, even if she is a he, and even if he is a bear. Mama! Mama! Oh, stop. I'm not done yet. There's more to the story. Don't applause yet. Bruce was stuck with them. He tried to make the best of it. Look at the goslings in the pool and Bruce in his floaty. He's trying. But it was hard work. That's like a mess. He's like, they're trying to paint. He's got them all strapped to him to take them somewhere. He's made dinner and look at, blech, ew, yuck. And then they all fell asleep on the log. That's tough. Just want to make sure no one's fallen asleep yet. Are you awake? You're awake? Good. Gavin, you're awake, right? Blacks, you're awake. Papaleo, you good? All right, just checking. No one falls asleep on my stories. As the seasons passed, Bruce watched the pesky goslings grow older. They went from annoying baby geese. Were you once an annoying baby geese? Anybody? To stubborn teenage geese. I know some of us have brothers and sisters who might fit in that category. I'm just saying. And finally, to boring adult geese. Hey, boring. Then one fall afternoon, he saw other goose families flying south. Finally, he'd be rid of those geese, and he could take a long winter's nap. Bruce explained migration. Give me a thumbs up if you know what migration is. Oh, look at that. Look at all these fourth graders with their thumbs up. They must have had a fabulous third grade teacher. So migration, for those who don't know, is when animals like ducks fly south for the winter. They don't love the cold, so they go somewhere nice and warm. So Bruce is trying to explain to them that they need to fly away so that he can be done with them. But they didn't listen. Look at them in their cute little jackets. They just got coats and hats They were like, we don't have to go south. We'll just wear a jacket. Duh. Bruce needed the geese to leave. So he got creative. Let's try this one. Oh, that was definitely the wrong sound effect. Look at that. He's like, got them in a slingshot. I need like an uh-oh sound effect. Uh-oh. Make your own uh-oh sound.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go.
You just
Nothing worse. The geese would not leave Bruce. After the slingshot, he tried to remote control airplanes. But yet, they just keep coming back. He's not happy about this, but what's he going to do? So Bruce decided to pack some bags and take his geese into town. Uh-oh, this cannot be a good thing. Geese in town. So they boarded a bus. And migrated to Miami. Now, every winter, Bruce and his geese head south together. They laze about at the beach in tacky shirts, sipping ice-cold lemonade, while Bruce dreams of new recipes. Recipes that won't hatch. Mama? Uh-oh. A little sea turtle thinks that the goose is his mother. It looks like Bruce is going to have a full house in his future. So that is the end of our story. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please hold your applause. Thanks, please. Thank you. Just hold your applause. If you enjoyed this story, you should know that there is actually a sequel called Hotel Bruce. And it is equally as funny, so you can check that out on your own. All right, so I'm a big Disney fan. I've got my Mickey pajamas on. I've got my Mickey blanket behind me. I'm wearing my Park Hopper shirt. So I thought maybe if you could hang with me, do we have time for one more story? It's a quick one. All right, good. Perfect. Oh, good. I love it. So this story is called, look at it, A Kiss Goodnight. So now it's not the kind that mom and dad give you when you go off to bed, which I'm sure you'll be doing shortly because it is a school night. But this talks about Walt Disney, who is the creator of Disney World and all of those animated films that we love. And it talks a little bit about his life and how A Kiss Goodnight plays into his life. So it's a bit of a biography picture book because it's going to tell some information about his actual life. And this book was written by Richard Sherman. So for those of you who don't know, Richard Sherman was one of the people who wrote lots of songs for Disney movies, most famously Mary Poppins. Give me a thumb up if you've seen Mary Poppins. I'm not talking Mary Poppins Returns. I'm talking Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, old school 19-something Mary Poppins. All right, if you have not seen it, it's on Disney Plus. It's your homework. Get it done, people. Mary Poppins. But he wrote songs like A Spoonful of Sugar Helps the Medicine Go Down. He wrote songs like Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Tree. And he wrote a lot of songs for different movies like The Jungle Book. And he wrote It's a Small World. You know the song. Sing it. It's a small world after all. Oh, good. That'll be stuck in your head for the next 3 days. All right, here we go. Long ago, there was a farm in Missouri where there were always chores to be done. There was a 6-year-old boy who saw what others didn't see. There he is painting on the side of the barn. Not good. He was a poor boy who waited for one special evening every year when his magical dreams seemed to ignite the sky. In the 4th of July fireworks. To him, it was a perfect kiss goodnight. And he was inspired. When he was 10 years old, the little boy had long paper routes early in the morning, and late in the evenings, he helped his family pay bills. So these are some of the different jobs that Walt Disney actually had, which was selling newspapers. He wanted to get money to go to an art class. Here he is reading different stories. Some might sound familiar. Everyone heard of Peter Pan, Pinocchio, Alice in Wonderland? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Have you heard of them? Good. But that boy still found ways to share the magic he saw with others, including the dreams of his heroes. So here he is putting on a play. He looks like Abe Lincoln to me. When he was 15 years old, the boy worked on the railroad, selling sandwiches, cold drinks, and newspapers. But sunset occasionally brought another magical evening when the sky again would light up with a kiss goodnight. And he was inspired once more, inspired to tell stories. Later, when he became a young man, he used his talents at his high school newspaper. Next, he volunteered to drive an ambulance overseas after World War I, learning entirely new skills. But magic was always there, and the young man felt eager to go home and start his own business so he could share his visions with the world. Look at that illustration. Oh, everybody still awake? All right, good. There were triumphs and there were failures. But his dreams and ambitions never failed him. And just when he needed it most, there was a new kind of kiss goodnight lighting up the sky, guiding his way. So those lights are symbolizing Hollywood. And when he went to California, and some of us might know about a certain theme park in California. Okay. I see my Disney people out there. I know who you are. At age 21, the young man went on a new adventure to a new land, where he and his brother started a scrappy little company that would tell new stories. Though there were more setbacks, he always discovered the magic again. He lost a rabbit, but he found a mouse. Oh boy, did he find one. There he is. There's the guy right there. Ah, there he is too. I see some of you have him in your screens. I see that, Matt and Katie. 15 years later, the man was sharing his magic in groundbreaking new ways. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this is a movie theater, and on the marquee where it tells the title, it says Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So that was Disney's very first animated movie. If you have not seen it, that's your second homework assignment. It's on Disney Plus. And yet, he always wondered how he could do more, how he could illuminate the sky for everyone, just like that first kiss goodnight. So this is a picture. Here's Disney fun fact. This is a picture of a carousel because it's a carousel that gave Walt Disney the idea to create Disneyland. Walt Disney had two daughters, and on Saturdays, it was always daddy-daughter days, and he would take them different places, like to a carousel. But Walt would have to just sit and watch while his daughters went and played. And he thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a place where the parents could have some fun too? And that was his inspiration for Disneyland. See, that's some insider information there, people. I've been on the tours. I've been underneath the castle. Like, that's insider information. All right, back to our story, though. He had many new stories to tell, but he wanted to tell them better than anyone else had ever told stories before. Give me a thumbs up if you see some familiar characters. That's right. I see Bambi, the Cheshire Cat, Sleeping Beauty, Peter Pan. And then he had a dream to create an entire new land. He had an incredible, magical something that was missing from the plans. And when the man opened his land of wonders and imagination to the world, each night he would thank his guests for coming. Give me a thumbs up if you know what the something missing is. Let's use those inferencing skills. And each night he would thank his guests for coming with a kiss. Good night. Isn't that great? Ooh, give me goosebumps. As the years passed, there were more stories to be told. There was more magic to share. Oh, look, there's Mary Poppins. And every evening, for everyone, there was always a kiss goodnight. Isn't that a great illustration right there? So now, fun fact for those of you, that's the end of our story. There's always a kiss goodnight. Thank you, thank you. Applause, applause. Keep going, keep clapping. I can see you. That's all right. All right, good, good. Gavin, I want claps. Let's go. I can see you. Come on. I earned it. All right, there we go. Good. So what is another fun fact, if you stay at the Magic Kingdom like really, really late at night, right when it's about to end, if you're there right when it's closing, they actually have a mini show, not Minnie the Mouse, Minnie like small, that is called A Kiss Goodnight. And the castle lights up all these different colors, and Walt Disney's voice comes and he says, "Thank you for coming to this magical place where dreams come true." And then you can hear the voices of Goofy and Donald and Minnie telling you to have a great day. So with a grown-up's permission, if you head over to YouTube and Google Disney World, A Kiss Goodnight, I'm sure you'll be able to see that magical closing to the parks. If I was like super prepared, I'd have that all ready to go, but it took a lot for me to get my sound effects going. So I hope that you enjoyed our story tonight. I say to you, good night. Some of you, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. To those I won't see tomorrow, I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, guys.